Chameo.
How are you, sir?
Religion, faith. I'm good.
Religion and faith.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's a
But
huge one.
let's kind of dissect it down into smaller segments of kind of piggybacking on our personal journey. Which, before I go any further, I want to make it absolutely clear that I was a part of Christianity specifically for over 20 years.
Okay.
I know that there are benefits to religion and faith. I want to start with the pros. And a strong sense of community is fantastic. A means to dopamine, purpose, sense of purpose, a morals guideline. Religion has good qualities,
Sure.
and it is something that for me now I spent several years deconstructing out of. And so, specifically, we both know the good. But for myself, I had to get out of it because there were too many things that were blaring red flags for me, and it's. I'm gonna lay out kind of a statement that I consider an absolute truth, but everyone is born atheist until convinced otherwise, right? When someone said that to me, I was already in my transition out. That was that really hit me, and that kind of goes along with, what I've said over and over of that all things are made up, right? All words are made up. All of our writing are made up symbols. So therefore, all 10,000 plus gods are made up by man.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just one of several things that kind of helped me get out of it. And towards the end of my deconstruction period, I also, someone else said something to me too that really hit me was, what sane human would choose to enter a church or a mosque to worship a hypothetical god that stands idle while children are raped, and or stands idle while the Holocaust happens,
Yeah.
And it's just that's some sick shit. If gods are not real, but if they were, or it was, why would you choose to worship
Yeah.
that hypothetical? That was whoa. That brought me to I can't even step foot in a church. Even if I don't even participate, I don't even want to be a part of those rituals or that mindset because it comes across as kind of twisted. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think more or less we're looking at a primitive standpoint in our humanity that has just never deteriorated.
Fear-based.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? So when you look at religion,
Mm-hmm.
and this is my point of view, when you look at religion,
Mm-hmm.
you look at a entity that's all-knowing,
Mm-hmm.
all loving, all powerful, but he's also jealous.
Mm-hmm.
He's also angry, and he's also revengeful, and all the negatives that come with that.
Right.
So for me, I feel like religion can start off very pure.
Yeah.
The concept is beautiful, right?
Yeah.
And I can get with an intelligent design concept. This is a remarkable world, and everything is in tune, and everything moves the way it's supposed to move until it's erupted, and even then, it kind of balances itself out.
Mm-hmm.
So, outside of religion, I'm more focused on nature, right, and how it works, and how we're to be in tune with it and work with it, and how the symbiosis of it all just kind of works.
Yeah.
So I myself, just like you, step away from religion.
Yeah.
Right? Man, I feel, through their either ignorance
mm-hmm.
or their knack to be manipulative,
mm-hmm.
have taken it and used it as a weapon.
Right.
So that weapon now has had people kill,
right,
slaughter, rape, destroy.
Outside of disease and outside of mosquitoes,
Well,
religion is the #1 killer.
Yeah, definitely.
Over our history.
I mean, it can be the fault of every bad thing that happened, or it could be the fault of every good thing that happened, depending on what you look at.
Right.
I remember a man told me that the more educated you become, the more evolved you become, the less into religion you become.
Right.
Only because the concept of it is so contradictory.
Yeah.
Right.
To logic, to reason, to critical thinking.
My dad and I used to have these conversations. My dad, his philosophy is Eastern philosophy, Buddhism. Yeah. Right. My mother was a devout Catholic.
Yeah.
I think I told you that before. My grandparents were Christian.
Yeah.
Their father was a minister. So I grew up in this household with so much dialect on religion. And that brought me to a place of it's okay to ask questions because I was forced to. Okay, if you believe in this and you believe in that, which one is accurate, which one is more understanding. And what I learned from all that was you can believe what you want to believe. You can make sense of it. You can rationalize it. You can use it to make you upstanding. You can use it to make you vengeful and angry, right?
Sure. Yep.
And when you use those things as a weapon, you end up becoming the exact same thing that you that you hate.
Yep.
Right? So I can get with the theory of some people need it. Some people need it to keep balance.
That structure.
Some people need that structure, right? When I was when I became sober and I went to AA, I noticed that whenever somebody fell from grace, you would say, right?
Mm-hmm.
They went back to drinking and drugging. They blamed their lack of faith.
The supernatural.
I didn't pray enough.
Yeah.
I must have not believed enough.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is unfortunate because...
And it is unfortunate because you just gave yourself an excuse to keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
There's an interesting movie that I saw about these monks that went into Japan. And these monks were bringing people into Christianity.
Yeah.
And one particular character kept betraying the monks and then repenting. And no matter how many times he repented, his nature made him betray because his knack for survival, because all he had to do for the Japanese to forgive them was tell on the Christians, and all he had to do for the Christians to forgive them was repent. And it just became a cycle. It just became a cycle because he was more in tune with his nature than he was with his moral fabric of, survival was more important.
As a human, his own DNA.
As a human.
Yeah.
And I think because we live in a society that we can make rational decisions.
Yeah.
And religion to me almost goes against all human nature. You're fighting your inner being,
Yeah.
You're told not to do something because even though it makes you feel good, you're told to kind of...
It goes against all of our primal instincts.
So you live in a world where you're dealing with your physicality, your humanity, and then we're taught there's a spirituality.
Yeah.
Right.
That's there to judge and condemn and
That's always conflict.
Right.
That's always conflict.
Well, but it was in the whole religious concept of gods and the supernatural was all birthed from a lack of knowing our objective world, and you can't blame them. Like it's fear based, because we didn't know.
We didn't know, and let's say it was 6,000 years ago, 8,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago. Why haven't we evolved from that? We used to think science was magic. We used to think herbalists were witches. And we used to think alchemy was, witchcraft, right?
Yeah.
We use that same science, that same magic to evolve society.
Yeah.
But we're not using it to evolve in ourselves.
Well, and it's statistically it's phasing out over the world.
It is phasing out.
It is. We're going more into reason and logic, and
but why? Because of the information that
because
we
of
have
the
access
worldwide internet and the access to accurate information is more than it ever has been.
Now, I don't know how accurate this is, but I did read somewhere where they said the Muslim world in the earlier beginnings was the most scientific of all the religions.
Interesting.
They came out with algebra. They knew how to compass the skies and astronomy and all that.
Yeah.
But the more they learned those things, the more they started getting away from the religion part of it.
And that's the natural progression.
Right? It's the natural progression, and it's happening every day. There are more atheists today,
right,
than there probably has had.
And we talked about before. It's even going into the nuns. Like, I don't have to be anything. I don't have to be. I don't have to. I mean, if they're to define something, yes, I'm atheist. I'm right back to how I was when I came out of my mother's womb. Mm-hmm. But we can just say I'm nothing. I just
Well, I wouldn't say I'm atheist. Yeah. I think I lean towards just agnostic.
Sure.
And just being okay with not knowing.
Yeah.
We
don't have to.
I don't have to.
It doesn't change. It doesn't change our bills that are coming in. It doesn't change anything of our modern objective life, right?
It doesn't. And to live with the knowledge you have. Yeah. To be able to revert back and pretend you're ignorant. Yeah. To all the facts that you see in front of you. Yeah. It's insane. Yeah. It's insane. It's sanity. And I mean, you're losing your sanity every day because you're just filling yourself up with disappointment.
Sure. And in my upcoming book titled "The Modern Know-It-All," I dive into some of the delusional aspects of religion. Despite all of its benefits, when you break it down, none of it is actually real according to our objective world. So therefore, a group of humans that gather around once a week and sing songs and worship Gandalf the Grey, they're no more crazy than those that are pointing in a certain direction at a certain time of day and praying to another made-up. Or the Christians that go into a place to worship another made-up.
With that being said, I find it interesting that the people who took this information was able to break it down, decipher it, picked and chose what they kept in it.
Of course.
Because too much of the information
is contrary to.
It's contrary, right?
You have to you're constantly defending it and modifying it and making it relatable to modern times.
And the three main religions all start from the same source. But they're always in conflict. So religion in the concept to me can be beautiful. It gives you moral.
Yeah.
In a society like this, you want to feel bad for doing the wrong thing. You want somebody to, right? But more people follow the rules because of the consequences.
Right.
Not because like I said, it almost goes against your instincts.
Right. And in our modern world today, all those things of community, dopamine, sense of purpose, moral guideline can all be found outside of religion and faith.
Of course.
More than ever, which is why we're finding alternatives
to
those things.
Those groups of people that were conquered and believed in what they wanted to believe in were introduced to another culture, another religion. Can you imagine how they had to basically add into some of what they believed in just to make it fit? Like you talk about Christmas, you talk about Easter, you talk about all these other
pagan.
These were pagan. Easter is the solstice, right? It's spring. It's when the rebirth. It's when everything grows, right?
Yeah.
It's It had nothing to do with Christianity.
No. And it's over time, these things have been distorted and
they've all been
lost
distorted.
in translation.
And the greatest, somebody told me, the greatest trick that the devil ever made was making people believe that he doesn't exist, right? And I like to say the greatest trick that God ever did was to make people believe how powerful he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or just the illusion in general.
The illusion, the fear.
Yeah.
You have a perfect being.
Yeah.
Who you have to be afraid of.
Yeah.
Who you have to.
Oh, it's authoritarian. It's abusive.
It's very abusive.
It's abusive.
And with that, I just want to say I can agree with you in a lot of the concepts of religion. I like to believe there isn't something intelligent behind us, but I don't think he's controlling our views.
If there was, and we can wrap up with this, if there was an all-powerful, intelligent creator, who created that creator? Who created the creator that created that creator? Exactly. And it becomes so silly.
It does. And that's why I'm okay with not knowing. Yeah. I'm okay.
It doesn't change anything.
It doesn't change anything.
No. We'll have another segment that dives into, religion, faith is so broad, but we'll dissect it down and look at like different elements of that in the future. But that's a strong one for us.
We just touched.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Not even fraction.
Just a fraction.
Yeah. Like one planet out of our billion cosmos that's out there.
It's another thing.
No.
Can you imagine? We can talk about this all day.
We'll do it. We'll just pick another segment.
Just pick another segment. It's been a pleasure.
Just go with it. All right, man.